but I stayed on the grind. Fuggy food, take your foot off the clutch. Youngie Dave, Enzi, Jungie Squad, Sibo Preme, Isugil, Kuzonyi, Zabaki Sango Pai. Begunzi, but I stayed on the grind. Fuggy food, take your foot off the clutch. Youngie Dave, Enzi, Jungie Squad, Sibo Preme, Isugil, Kuzonyi, Zabaki Sango Pai. Begunzi, but I stayed on the grind. Fuggy food, take your foot off the clutch. Youngie Dave, Enzi, Jungie Squad, Sibo Preme, Isugil, Kuzonyi, Zabaki Sango Pai. Begunzi, but I stayed on the.
Welcome to UMCIKIDO sessions. Apho hlelo Black Preme. Abanye bazi ngokubulela siyo benhlele up in the TRILL SWITCHA. My partner, my musical artist. Welcome to the show, TRILL SWITCHA.
Sir, my bro. Yeah, I go by the name TRILL SWITCHA. Yeah, and I'm with my bro Bulela, Black Preme. We have a business partners, we're friends, brothers, grew up together. Yeah, so now we'll be doing UMCIKIDO live session.
So Nicola, I'm faith we're here to talk about your recent project, ATM, which is African Trap EP.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Can you tell me going forward to what inspired the whole vision and the whole background of taking it to African Trap? Because of Swazi Lapha, hallelujah.
The reason I had to do the project African Trap, and the reason I had to call it African Trap is because since you just mentioned Bandu Bandazing, Hallelujah, and the turn up stuff, I was like, no man, as a musician, I have to tell a story.
Yeah.
Like people, they must know you through your music. So I'm like, no, maybe Hallelujah, they will think like, nah, TRILL SWITCHA is that happy artist, maybe I don't have problems, I don't have personal issues. So like, no, in African Trap, let me bring the real me, my personal life and my stories. Yeah.
Ndifike apha bendimkhulu ngaphezulu kulo omfundo wandikhuthaza ndajima nabo ndaluza iweight ndingaphezulu ndikebona ndingaphezulu kulo hayi tarawa ndifaka khona egamini apha 49 hayi ke sayibamba ndibona ndiphinde ndabuyela kulaa mzimba wam but still
asipheli moya.
Joining fee, membership 150 rands, plus the minimum monthly fee, 50 rands.
Asipheli moya.
Asipheli moya gym club.
asipheli moya gym club
Asipheli moya gym club.
Asipheli moya.
Asipheli moya.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. We want to talk about time and dates, Kichomame. Like, explain to me, when did this vision come of like you want to start like African Trap EP? Yeah, and usebenze nobani, you know, in terms of like sound engineers, artists, beat producers.
Yeah, on the dates, okay, when they started, to be honest, I'm not sure because it's all about, I started doing a song with Shane,
Sure.
with Sax at Moon East. And I had this idea a long time, but I want to do a project like this.
Sure.
Then I met up with Shane, go Sax. Since I was going to Sax, I stood at Moon East.
Sure.
But okay, no man, Sax, I got this idea of this project. And I know you're the one who's going to help me with beats. Since then, I go back, say, Prem, I want need beats, this type of beats.
Sure.
So I'm not sure about the date, but I think it was around this time, yeah, last year, yeah. Because since I haven't dropped this year, yeah, it was around this time last year. So the person I've worked with on the project, first one, it's my nigga next to me, Black Preme, yeah.
Sure.
He produced a song, the one I did with my late friend, who Vocalzoid. It's called Ukumbula. I've worked with Black Preme, Vocalzoid, Shane, Madsi, Montano, Jizo, Ulu, and Saki. Then Saki is on the production to all the songs except the one you did, Ukumbula, yeah. Then all the songs, beats, mix and mastering Saki, and then Ukumbula, beats, mix and mastering, then it's you.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the people I've worked with the project. Just a small circle, every indicator to in the Aziba, nigga. The idea I have that's gonna relate on it, yeah.
Sure, okay, that's beautiful, Chimam, that's beautiful. So now let's talk about like Apelongom, like that you connected with.
connected me deep down. But now I feel like, now.
Yeah.
Like the Kope Milili.
Sure.
It's a song called Intlongu where I'm featuring Shane, MK. I forgot to mention MK on the artists I've worked with. Where I've worked with on the song, it's me featuring Shane and MK. It's called Intlongu. Like there on the song, it's the one I can say it connected me straight to the point of the project and the point of me bringing myself out and my pain, what I went through growing up. Because on the song Intlongu, on my face I'm speaking about things on about like for example on these lines uyayazi inhlungu ukujikela abazali bakho, like uyayazi inhlungu ukuthengiswa ngelifa lakho, like all those things. It's the only song that I made sure like when I was writing it was not my hand that was writing, it was my heart and my mind and my soul. Yeah.
That's beautiful, Shoma. So let's talk about like any challenges like as most slightly look shit and feel to record the tough and like feel record the part. So it's
challenge that made me fully focus on the idea on the project. Sorry, it's because it was my 9 to 5 day job. Because at that time my mind was into art big time.
Sure.
So I'm like, hey, sometimes I'm at work, then at that time I can't do what I'm supposed to do when it comes to the music side.
You have to focus on the job.
So the challenges will come to beats. I didn't have much challenge because first before I do the project, let's we did sit down before. Then when I beat even by the time we're there by some other house and the beat, then so it was there. I had called so then he came in, we then did the song. Then when it comes to sax and I'll go to the studio and they were like, no, Fred, on your ideas on the songs we have, I made these beats. Then I'll choose the beats and then I take my titles, just blend it into the beat. So when it comes making the song, I didn't have making a project, so I didn't have much challenge. The only challenge was like when I'm at work and I have this idea, I can't implement that idea at certain time. So I have to wait for a time until then after the idea is no longer fresh to me like as it was before. Like to be honest, there's always two sides of the story. In 9 to 5, it's not wrong sometimes because you can work and invest. Yes, I was working, but I didn't invest because I had some personal issues, like things like having a child and things like me and my mom was only working, so I had to take care of other things. See, so I didn't have much time to invest on the music because I had to focus on the personal issues. So that's why I was like, no, man. Yeah, I had friends who were hustling. They were like, no, I won't do 9 to 5. So now I was like, no, man. Let me do this 9 to 5. Let me quit the 9 to 5 so that I can fully focus on my career. Because sometimes on 9 to 5, I was getting comfortable on the job instead of being comfortable in my art, in my career. So now I was being comfortable, like, no, like this is my life. This is where I'm going to be. This is how I'm going to live. Wake up, go to the work, come back, do this and do that. Next week it's another shift, maybe it's night shift, like this. Like it kept getting to me. Like it was like I'm not going to it's a timetable schedule. So that's when I was like, no, man, I'm an artist. I have a career. So even when I live like this, I'm forgetting this, and this is what I love more than anything in my life. So I'm like, nah, man, let me quit this, because now this one, it's like, it was forcing me, but this is your life, this is your timetable. Yes, next week, for example, spend night shift, okay, Sunday I'm not working. Even if I'm in studio, I must make sure at 10 p.m. or by 9 p.m. the ambient studio, while the vibe is hot, because I have to go and prepare for the work. My shift starts at 11 on Sunday nights. Sometimes during the week, I'm working 3. This afternoon shift, I'm working 3 p.m. My shift starts at 3 p.m. until 11 at night. So that week, I spend another shift. I can't go to the studio. So sometimes 3 weeks or 2 weeks would go me without even doing something career. Just working. So that's when I'm like, nah, man. It's like go. And like, so I'm like, no, let me quit this side, because now it's making me feel like I'm comfortable where I wasn't supposed to be at. So I'm like, no, let me shift it. 9 to 5, yeah. For me, it's not good. Let me fully focus here. I'd rather stay broke down, focusing on what I want, on what I love, and doing what I love.
I've been trying very hard, I'm in life. Let me know if
Let's talk about the message that we're trying to convey, the message like we're trying to bring through with this album, with this EP. And
The message behind it, since I'm someone who's living with depression,
sure,
the project to me, it came as like a therapy session.
sure,
Because like when you have a problem, maybe even if it's personal, but you are healing, like you'll be at peace at some point, maybe at some time, at some places. So I feel like the message, it's like, yes, in life siyaphila singabantu singafani, like if there's me, there's you, but we all have problems, we all have personal issues, but if you don't talk about them, they're gonna boil inside, they're gonna kill your mental state, then you're gonna kill your spirit, then you will have less self-confidence, because those things and those thoughts, like they're telling you negative things, like no, you are like this or like this, but when you talk about them, like but free, your spirit's but free, body but free, mind free, because the things that are eating you after the boiling, you are able to talk about them, and when you're able to talk about them, it means you can control them. So that's the message behind the EP. So like, because even on my way, I'm speaking about, look at my way, like I grew up with a lot of friends in New Cross, and I've seen my friends in Shia. I was like, so I have to stay strong because this is life. Then on another song like Intlungu, talk about it in the like how Ilifalam letting song, how like my family, how can a family did that to you, like so those are the type of things. Then there's another song like the one that's playing on the background, the one I did with vocal Zoid. On the song, it's like me and Zoid we had an idea to show his stories to two young East guys from prison. Another one, Ofika Kokwabo, his mother is dating umstolingana naye, and then abantwana bakokwabo abancinci basamazi. Then the other one came back from prison, and by the time wayebanjwa umuntu wayethanda umculo, so came back and focused on music. Then music changed his life. So that's what we implemented in that song. So because even on the hook, it's like igwijo ba setrongweni khumbula abazali. So then now it's time, okay, bakhululiwe abantu.
Sekudala ntotinolo, sekudala ntomejele, sekudala.
Music to me, like it's something that's it's in my blood.
sure.
Because ngikhula ngayo, and even one of my aunts is a sensational jazz singer, Ulindwe Machika. So it's like umculo into lapha kumagazini. Because growing up, khuluk environment where they used to debate about the best, who's the best hip hop, what. So it's ngikhule there. So umculo, it's like it's me, and it's something that makes me happy. When I say it's me, like it's the side of, it's my struggle, it's my happiness, it's my life, it's my weakness, it's my strongest point. That's music for me. It's like it's me. Because when I'm sad, music heals me. When I'm mad, sometimes I get mad. Suppose or suppose I should have dropped this song or should have done this, but then the gang. So that's why I'm saying music is me. Yeah.
Asipheli moya Gym Club.
Asipheli moya
Gym Club.
Asipheli moya
Gym Club.
Le gym yavulwa kumfundo.
Sithi mutarapa simbiza.
Emo wakhe kamfundo umele into bana ubomi bakhe bune-meaning, akaphili bu-meaningless, ayikho selfish, uthanda nabanye abantu babe kule way.
He motivates, and then he's just not doing exercises as well, but put healthy talk.
Beautiful, man. That's beautiful. So let's talk about your stage name. Get like abantu, they want to know like where did Trill Switcher come up, because first
Sean Lyrics.
And then after that one Trill Switcher. And then one Trill Switcher after that. So let's talk about like where did the name Trill Switcher, and like what inspired Trill Switcher.
Yeah, the name came after Sean Lyrics. Like when I came back after Nantrokiwe to Queenstown, I finished my grade 12 and I came back. Like, okay, I in Queenstown, command, okay, we did this in Ulumnin's command, Sean Lyrics, Namachitang up, and then culture, like, it was big. So I'm like, okay, now I'm in a different environment of the Cape Town. I'm like, okay, let me watch them all up. And I saw the things that were lacking on artists from Cape Town at that certain year or those certain years. Like, no, man, niggas most of the time they lack personality with their fans. Then they lack the energy on stage. And then they lack to show the love. Like for instance, when I'm on stage, I can't be on stage and be like, no, that's in chamber.
Sure.
I have to show the love for Lenzo so that you can feel like, yo, he's hot on it.
Yeah.
So the name Trisha came like, no man, TRILL, then SWITCHA. Yeah, so I'm switching like everything, and that's what exactly happened. Because starting from 2016, I was the most because I'm the one with the energy. If you buy anything, you know, on stage, I'm the one with the energy. So that's why I come up with that name. 'Cause after watching the game, like, nah, man, niggas in Cape Town, they're like, okay, no, they know I'm dope. So they lacking persona of it, the love of it, and the energy of it.
Sure.
And the the control of it. It's like, 'cause I can't go and say like, yeah, sure, I'm through Switzerland, that. I have to create a band. Then even before I have to go on stage, I have to create a band because I'm a human being.
Sure.
So a lot of artists, they were lacking that. That's why the name came like, no man, I'm gonna be something different, starting from my personality.
Sure.
Bazobona i-artist ekwazi uncokola nabo, ekwazi uhlala nabo, encokola nabo like ndime ekoneni, like xa ndibe sometimes ngikhona ezola ngisene-showini bevele ndime nje ngicokola nabantu abanye babulise. So that's how the name came. Yeah, they're gonna see the change.
So let's talk about the background now.
Yeah, to be honest, from the time the Trokwa, I suppose, and that's why I think Umakhulu because to be honest, maybe getting a collab because growing up in Papa, part of gangsterism, while I was still in primary, then I like, no man, Trokwa. I was still at a young age, born in Collins, I was a child, then when I get to Queenstown, okay, no man. Then in Queenstown, Tandy Ball and Tanum Goal. But in Queenstown, I fell in love mostly with the culture of music because it was cool. The Ball and okay, Ball was a gas, but it was music. Then there, the culture is so united. Like I was saying, it's song, but in Queenstown, we were lacking resources, like for example, things like Red Bull. Because when I came back from Queenstown, I had a chance to be under Red Bull in teen. So we're looking those things there in Queenstown and high quality studios and paying event organizers. And when I came here, the struggle, okay, I like I can't go to Crossroad, no record. Can't go where, no record. So I started like, no man, let me eat once in a band, even though it's going to cross the pool, box to a new cross. I had to get myself out of this box to a new cross. Like I had to drop the gun, and then I had to pick up the mic. Story short, So I had to drop the gun, then I had to pick up the mic. So by dropping the gun, I'll take myself out of a new cross. Because it was a lifestyle. But who's over a new cross, being like successful life, you have to be a gangster, be a king, so I had to drop the gun, then I picked up the mic. So you know the struggle again, go how you perform, because there were days sometimes you learn because when school I wasn't gonna keep the same. I remember the day in this performer, like, but when you go to public, you're like, yo, so good kanjani, so like that goes. But funny thing is, those niggas are like, they saw, and then but no man, I'm just telling you, and then like, I want to perform and they love the song. So like, so me, I was shocked. Instead of me being stabbed, but no, I understand. Then the niggas who came to me, they friends, so that's when I'm like, no man, this is time for me to change my life. This could be the background because I'm testing for greatness. So this is the very time.
How do you feel about how artists are more like but they are more enlightened, and they understand the fact that in order to survive, you know. So let's talk about that. How do you feel about your own realization that in order to there must be unity?
No, sorry, but first thing it's like the reason in Cape Town, like in Western Cape, abroad, there's a lot of talent. But before, the reason those big artists, I won't say they didn't make it. Those guys, they made it. like even I'm going to say Eastern Cape, I would hear like Ngomasawa band, like say like yo they popping like in Eastern Cape, we popping there, we got pizza band. But the only thing that was lacking back then, even now the fike kula era won't be able to pick up a Cape Town. After the throne, be like era, we were lacking in management, like artist management at that time, because the art was there, the talent was there, the work was there, everything, dedication was there, everything was there, but we're lacking management and the knowledge of the Ulo and the business side of it was he foundation. That's why now you see, like me, even now, for example, I'm proud to see like they doing good. Even for example, I'll make an example like my media space or talent management. Like now, you see how much they be now, they're signed with good management, and you see them they working. So about TV. Personally, me, man, they were and I'm always proud of Bona because now it means for the next generation that's gonna come in Western Cape hip hop or in Western Cape music, it's gonna be the top class because Western Cape got talent. So now we see build like if you can see now, for example, I'm gonna make an example like Bravo. He has a management, they're making sure about everything. He's not signed by Atlanta or Ambitious, but to make sure he is at the TV. Because on a team, which is back then, it was what it was lacking at that time. Because go siyabona okay yeah sure. For example, simulation, okay yo sure, and taleta no orisha matita wa Spana ya pushu ya bukren. Like go siyabona yeah sure. Even now I feel like go if you management is I won't say no. Because it's what we're needing. Because the talent is there. Because for example, in order for me to succeed, like for example, like what we're doing now, you see, like there's a camera in front of me. I can't hold the camera and then the bump soon, then talk to myself. But there gotta be someone gonna hold the camera. There gotta be someone who's gonna make sure. Okay, since in 10 they are dropper. There is someone who's gonna make sure lango me apuma ngephedi.
So that when ungazubana Spanish so you
just
focus on the art.
On the art.
Yeah.
Then I focus on became now okay the artist benziwe something then manje switcha sukwenza suka lokho uya brand yabo. So that's what I'm seeing now in the industry khoyo ngoku and which is a good thing. That's why
enlightenation to that structure.
Our industry le lifike kuyo in Cape Town back then. Thina ngasikhala bisalana ba if we are performing and ukhalwe ngawo kuthini like we feel like no ndiphumelele. But we're not even making a lot of money like we are there simnandi sitolo. But that time we were lacking knowledge
of more.
That's why even now I'm going to create because I have too much knowledge, too much power, I have too much knowledge. If you're gonna say no, for example, let's say you're booking me, we must talk something. At that time we're like I want to put in no case so sabi potile zithopa ne case le black yabo dimna match day 6 yabo sina free usibethena ngenyama. That was the payment at that time. Then if you go endlini kusiyawuna nix. But ngoku ndayazi bakusela like for example ngoku siyakwazi uthenga impahla ngoyemculo. Because akwazi uperform location. Then for example mhlambe ngithe 1.5 can be 1.5 maybe make an example 500 in the spend mhlambe you just celebrate transportation to be in 1000 since the was 500 manje nithile or maybe 500 ngithenga nomhlambe zikawu for reaching ndoni. Now we make music ba siyakwazi point ba ngomculo ngithengele lena. At that time we were doing music and yes he's talented but people were using us but you gonna make money from Lamachita but from Lamachita so and that's gone ba safika kumnandi ugcwele ku-event ugcwele kuthweni equipment ntoni ugcwele kumnandi ngene stage ngomuntu ongxolela then I feel like I'm Lil Wayne ngoku because everyone but forgetting the business side of it and the knowledge of umculo then ngoku trying to Western Cape music ngoku I won't say hip hop
music in general
inyuka kwindlela emnandi ngoku because even ngoku la manje egqom siyabona okay no abanye aba basifana no Tiro bani like for example back then the artists were good kugqom but they were lacking the same thing I'm talking about. Then ngoku siyabona but that's why city we need to build for the next generation that's why I'm always ba elathi ncinci ba samajita uyacula usha mfethu ungayekwa thinta yabo ngoku that's why I feel like abantu abanamandla ovula ezinye artist management companies mabazivule, then sign artist, then do well. Yabo abanye bafuna ubanje, yeah, they can go to abantu abezikhoyo, like for example uTaleta, Omavala, all the others. Yabo like so ask about okay advice is okay, no nami ndifuna mhlawumbe ndifuna manage artist ethile kanye nechomi yami eculayo, how can I be his manager, what steps must I take to make sure mna ngifuna uba yi-manager because andikwazi ucula but ne-friend eculayo. So now I feel like ingase sibeke kwesaa slate sinje yangoku, yabo, because so that we can all grow in Western Cape. But ke kukho le nto ngokukhompyuterishwana ngoku, and then kuyasetyenziswana phofu egaming, ndibona loo nto kutshiwo. Xa kutshiwo nam ndiyayibona kuyasetyenziswana because it's like ngoku sesandla sifida esi sisecangkwaso, asisifidi esi sasiphaa, even though siyazi uba esi sasiphaa that's the shine. But if the unity sinayo ngoku we can si-involve, because ngoku kuye kwezaa nto kuthiwa hayi culture sipana yodwa, kutheni, yabo, hayi goku sisipana yodwa, fumanise goku sibhifa neculture. Do you think those niggas from eGauteng xa zisibona hayi kapa zidongo zibhifana kwazodwa, but instead of uba sisipane like ngoku lo iyenzeka, but still sekho indawo funa zivaleke, like for example orisho sipana no-simulation, or sihlale goku simulation hlala kwalanga, yabo, which is an unity leya ziwe ezifuneka sizenzekile ke zakubo.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Eggman. Inky. Preach. Pray. Preach. Every time I'm on my knees, I pray to God that He makes way so that we can start feeding on the whole fam. Preach, pray, preach, pray, preach, pray, preach. Every time I'm on my knees, I pray to God that He makes way so that we can start feeding on the whole fam. We tryna get sex, man, we tryna get it, man. On the way to the game, we about to take over. Preach, pray, 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 preach.
Let's talk about artists zangoku that are also in the industry. Like, where do you think we are in terms of umculo? Like, nokuba conscious ngomculo, ba, you know, ngoku xa ndenza umculo andisenza umculo for like ukufanisa okanye ukwenza copy. I'm here to express how I feel. How do you feel like, and where do you think like abantu that are in the industry, that are artists, are mentally like to balo mculo?
Yeah, when you're saying that, like, it's true, because when you start, for example, you idolize your own,
Yeah.
but when you start taking yourself seriously,
Sure.
that's why I always advise artists names. I'm not going to this born, but okay, in life you always learn. Because I'm trying to workshop for workshops in music.
Yeah.
I urge artists easy away, because when they okay, no man, it hasn't clearly this busy with SWITCHA, I'm a brand. So I'm like, no. Man, for example, man, fans on Lil Wayne. Let me start pushing with SWITCHA. Then I started seeing, no man, SWITCHA is bigger than Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
In what way? Because now I'm pushing more myself. Not saying no, I'm richer than Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
No, me, I rate myself more than the one I was idolizing. That's why they say idols become rivals.
Sure.
Yeah, but so it's like something like that. And even now, industry ngoku, yeah, kuyasipana grand. Because back then, that's why I said even when I started doing African trap, we were doing 10-ups. I was doing a lot of 10-ups. So I'm like, no man, people don't know. It's like with SWITCHA, he's always happy.
Yeah,
It's going to be like, and no problems, and no stress. So I'm like, no man. Even after having a chance to Tantrulam team most of the time, you're like, no, as an artist, you have to portray yourself. But hey, that nigga. Remember, Pagana wouldn't go make a till. A story sack, water, but like he's shining. So he overcomes the obstacle become work at that time. Now, even though we very go mean, so I'm like, no man, yeah. People, they need to know us. Because in order for you to love me, you need to know what you love. For example, I can't go in my Somaliland into 10 taxi biscuits, but I don't know how they taste.
Yeah.
So I gotta know the inner that's in that packet. Okay, this brown taxi biscuit tastes like this. So that's why now I'm always no man, I'm Bonaparte, this guy can do this. Because for example, that's why sometimes I say I hate rappers, because sometimes rappers, we are rappers. Then when it comes to rappers, the rapper never sings, they sing. And now you hear a person next is singing. Because he boxed himself at Kalin, So as an artist, you have to spread your wings. Because from being an artist, 3 letters from artist, it's art. So an artist, it's abroad art. For example, graphic designers, as a zombie car, like for all graphic designers, send the graphics car. Some will find graphic designer, he's also a photographer. Because that's part of art. So if you like, for me, even in music, because that's why I can even also dance. So if I would say no, the 10 ups zodwa, which means unozobuza le out ayijoli, le out ayikikowe. But that's when I started knowing my dance love songs. So like le out ayibikine stress kutheni, le out yi-10 up yokho ba impahla namathi dakumnandi hayi le bile imali. So that's when I know like while growing, started knowing art, it ngenye indlela art, because you start realizing it's not like art in the power. Art, it's you.
It's in you.
So you start realizing, no, I have this power, this kind of power. I have this and that. So it's like that.